picture and sound coming through okay? If so, then we can get started. So greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I want to thank you very much for the allowing me this further indulgence of mine of having a live stream today, which is the morning of Saturday, October 29th, 2022, here where I am in Tokyo at the moment. So it is the morning, 9:26 a.m. right now. So I want to say thank you very much and welcome. And just wanted once again, as I have done in the past, because I have enjoyed and I do enjoy the experience of talking with people directly in real time. I want once again to take this opportunity to do so, and just to let you know just a few items of the channel and the like, and hear from you, my dear friends, especially now with all the excitement in the air, Halloween and the like. So I'm very very excited to be able to. Um, excuse me. That was a sound of my seat cushion. That wasn't any sort of other sound at all. So that was my seat cushion. But in any event, yes, so I wanted to take the opportunity to thank you personally, and also to talk to you personally and directly and in real time. As I was saying, now is the season. It is Halloween weekend. So I know that it is a very exciting one for many people, and also for cinema lovers and the like. And there are many options. And this is another opportunity to talk about cinema. And so I wanted to hear from you about that. So in that spirit, let me first go to the live chat. My internet for my computer here doesn't seem to be connecting from my computer, but there is another way in which I'm checking the chat here. So let's see. So, late night double feature picture show. Greetings, Daisuke. You say hello, my dear friend. I'm so sorry I haven't been able to get back to you. Please forgive me. It's been a little bit. There have been a couple things that have come up this week that have prevented me from being able to be more active. So I hope you can forgive me, but I haven't forgotten your really lovely message and our conversation about you know what. So I will get back to you as soon as I can. But late night double feature picture show. Just in case, once again, for anyone who is here, late night double feature picture show that's a great name, and it's a great name for a great YouTube channel. Late night double feature picture show. So it's in the chat right now. So anyone who's interested, you click on that, you go to that channel, late night double feature picture show. That's our dear friend Al. And this is a newly established, newly launched YouTube channel where he is talking about all sorts of films that he has loved and has appreciated and has really enjoyed growing up and watching recently, and new releases and certain perspectives and the such. And it's just been established, but it's going to grow and grow and grow. And so, for anyone who's interested, please check out Late Night Double Feature Picture Show. Again, it's at the top of this chat right now, so you can click on that, and hopefully that'll take you to the YouTube page, Late Night Double Feature Picture Show, and then you can check out those videos. There will be more forthcoming, I know, as Alice told me. And I really want to also, he also very kindly said that if possible, you might do a kind of collaboration, because Al's a very dear friend of mine. So I, I'd be very honored to try to work something out and talk with him about his great efforts with his new YouTube channel endeavor, as well as the film discussions that have emerged thus far, which are great, and those further film discussions that I know will emerge going forward. So that's a shout out to Late Night Double Feature Picture Show. So anyway, thank you so much. Nice to see you, my dear friend. Matthew Lockwood, thank you so much. It's always great, talking to you, Matthew. Whenever I see, I have so many, I'm so fortunate with this YouTube channel, making so many acquaintances. In your name, whenever I see it pop up, and I just, oh gosh, I want to see what Matthew has to say. So I'm always so happy to hear from you, my dear friend. I hope you're well. Christian. Oh, it's nice to see you. Oh, great. Clark. Oh, thank you, Clark. So I want to say to Clark once again a warm, warm thank you. Uh, some of you who may know I've made a little mm, maybe kind of a little post or something on Instagram several days ago, earlier this week. But I had my family and I had a bit of bad news this week. One of our dearest family members, Koharu, who is our dear pet Chihuahua, who has been with us for 12 years and change. Our dear loved one Koharu passed away peacefully earlier this week. And so it's been, as a member of our family, it's been a time this week just to maybe take care of certain matters in that area, as well as, of course, just taking time to maybe give full attention to those cherished memories and the fond feelings that we all had, our dear, we all had here for Koharu. So among that time, Clark, my dear friend, sent to me a picture of Koharu that he made. It was really lovely, and with his permission, I then uploaded it to my Instagram account. So I was so happy to receive that. Really, uh, you had sent that to me, and I must say it did me so much good. I can't tell you enough how how much I needed that. So, Clark, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, and Clark as well. I know you have YouTube channel endeavors and videos and discussions, and so I want to encourage everyone here also to check out Clark and his efforts on YouTube and also on Instagram. So thank you so much. Really, thank you. It was such a lovely gesture. And I know I showed it to all of my family. I showed it, of course, also to Koharu, and Koharu was very, very appreciative. And so, and also I must say too that from Instagram, I will. I haven't had a chance to respond in kind yet, and I apologize for the lateness of my reply. But I will. I must say to everyone who was responsive to my little sort of post in memoriam. I must say thank you deeply from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for all the kind messages, the kind thoughts, for those who left behind comments or for those who did not, but still had Koharu in your thoughts. In whatever capacity, I and my family, and on behalf of my family, and on behalf of Koharu, I am very, very grateful. Thank you so much for that very kind gesture and warmth of spirit that you very generously showed, despite the fact that we there might be great distance of physical distance between you and me on this planet. Thank you so much, very much indeed, from the bottom of my heart. My family and I, Koharu, being a very important part of that family, we all are very, very, very appreciative. Truly, we are very appreciative. Thank you. Today, we will actually later today will be a sort of final farewell to Koharu, and then after such farewell, there will be a just a nice maybe a gathering of one's thoughts, as it were, and then we will go forward, of course, as Koharu and would have or wanted me to. Incidentally, too, I wanted to say that one of Koharu and I, my pet Chihuahua Koharu and I, actually, Koharu, she made an appearance in one of my videos here on this YouTube channel. And so if you, it's I think it's called surprise guest something. So very very short YouTube video. So that's I think the only major appearance that she made on this channel. Although you might hear her barking here and there. And oftentimes, whenever I had to stop the live stream cold on a certain time, I have to go now. I'm so sorry. Usually the reason was because I had to take Koharu for a walk because, morning and Koharu's walk and exercise is very important part of her day. So that was the reason why. Or it would have been some other reason, of course, but usually it would have been because of Koharu's walking exercise. It had changed, of course, during sort of the final years, as it were, due to health reasons. But yes, sometimes, or most of the time, especially during the early live streams, it would have been because of that. So, in any event, yes, yes. So, oh, and I should say too that Koharu and I would watch many a film together. And one of the last film, in fact, I think the last film that she and I watched together, she would be in my lap or just laying next to me, and I would be sitting watching this film on the TV. The last film I think we saw together before she became very, very ill was the film Sisters, Brian De Palma film Sisters. And the reason why we had watched that together was because of I wanted to prep. I had seen the film Sisters many a time, but I wanted to prep again for what ended up becoming the video discussion that I was so happy to have been able to make on this channel regarding Sisters and the Brian De Palma film journey. So we have Koharu to thank for that because uh, I don't know if it was clear, but I had reached a little bit of a not I don't want to say wall, but um, uh, just to give you a little bit of inside baseball. Um, in this YouTube channel thing. It's I don't have any set schedule when I do videos. It's essentially just if I feel up to it or not. And while I enjoy doing video discussions, I must say that there are times when it's even if it's a film that I really love, like Sisters, I really really love, but after I had done a run of the early De Palma work discussions, starting with Greetings, Hi Mom, or even earlier Murder a la Mode, and going into films like, excuse me, like, Dionysus in '69 or Get to Know Your Rabbit. So after that, in terms of the filmography order, the next film up would have been Sisters, but there was a little bit of delay. I can't do it kind of day by day. I have to have some kind of motivation. Otherwise, it's very difficult to get motivated. That's not a knock against the film because, as I say, I love, love, love Sisters. I really love that film, but it's sometimes very hard to to do that, especially with. I don't focus on this. It's not a full time job for me, and so I can't focus all of my energies on the YouTube channel. Because I have other things I need to focus on as well. So that takes away some of the energy that I might need. So I'm oftentimes lacking in a type of first push motivation. And so, but with Koharu, I was able to not only watch the film or rewatch the film, but I was able to get that little extra push that I needed in order to initiate that discussion of Sisters. So I have to thank Koharu for that very much. So yes, that was the last film I think. Yeah, we saw together. So I will now hold that film. Um, even more fondly in my heart than I had already done. I had already held it so fondly in my heart already. Sisters, Brian De Palma Sisters from the early 70s. If you haven't seen it, oh gosh, gosh. And if you're okay with a kind of scary mystery thriller film, oh, that's for you, my dear friends. Sisters, Sisters. Don't read anything about it. Just watch it again if that type of film is okay for you. Um, there's some intense moments and some violent scenes in there. So if that's not for you, then I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're okay with that type of stuff in films, oh gosh, and if you haven't seen Sisters, oh gosh, yeah, go out right now and try to find it and watch it. It's fantastic. And don't read anything about it. The less you know, the better it is. Believe me. But um, what was I saying? So yes, so it's now Sisters will have that extra added uh, memory attached to it. Again, being the last film that Koharu and I saw together, and so I will not be able to see any more films with Koharu anymore. And just thinking about that makes me very sad indeed. I am very sad. So, um, but I know she will be there in spirit. So for Clark and for many others who left behind messages, and I know who you are. I've read all of them, and I showed them all to my family and to Koharu. And please, I apologize for not responding yet. I hope you can understand. But I will. I have read them all, and I will respond in kind very soon. So thank you very much. Oh, Chris Mohan is here. It's nice to see you, my dear friend. Thank you. Adrian Williams is here. Hello. Marzan Worldwide, Bridgehampton, New York. Oh, great. I used to live in, I used to live in, um, I used to live in Darien, Connecticut, and also I used to go to school in Stamford, Connecticut, and I had friends in New Rochelle, and but I don't know if I don't know if I ever had any friends in Bridgehampton. So maybe you are my first friend from Bridgehampton, I think. So thank you so much, Marzan Worldwide. It's always nice to hear from you. I hope you're well. Um, yes. Thank you very much for check. Yes, Clark. Thank you. Finn, hello. It's nice to see you. You say, oh yes. Excuse me. You say, I apologize, Finn. That's very rude of me. Sorry. Excuse me. Um, you say, my new Twin Peaks Blu ray box set just arrived this weekend. I can't wait to get started in the new year. Well done. Well done. And that reminds me, Finn, I want to say, thank you for reminding me. I want to say huge thank you to all of you who was supportive of me during the Twin Peaks season 1, season 2 film, or not film, series discussion run. Thanks to you and your lovely support and your comments and attention to those videos, we were able to go through, can you believe it? All of the episodes in the YouTube video discussion format, all the episodes from the pilot or one of the versions of the pilot. Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, episode 29, and then a final kind of wrap up so far of the story so far of that. So that is what, 30 videos plus and by my count. So I want to say huge thank you to that. And they weren't, they were, right, they were, for those who are, for those people who are kind of anti Daisuke, he talks too much, or he doesn't have edits, or he's just talking, he doesn't stop or something. So that's probably the last place you want to go if you if you're not into the type of way of expression that I tend to rely on when I do YouTube videos. But that's another way to say that it's just just talking about this stuff. So, but I was so thrilled, and that was another big deal for me because for I don't know how many years I had always wanted to talk about David Lynch works. I had always wanted to talk about Twin Peaks. And I had always wanted to talk, for example, about the great Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. And also, I also wanted to talk about the great Return. However, and also the great Missing Pieces. And also, I always want to talk about the great season 1. And yes, the great season 2. But what had always been stopping me was the idea that it would be talk I if or in because to talk about Twin Peaks, I knew that I needed to touch on every single episode because it wouldn't have been enough for me to just be able to just talk about it. Um, just generally overall from the start. Because I would have missed too many things because it's so expansive. So, yes, so I knew that for me personally, I needed to do that one at a time. But that was very daunting. It was incredibly daunting because it meant sitting down and recording this stuff, but also not just recording, but also prepping. And of course, that meant watching it. Of course, that's really great. But there's a kind of little pressure that is associated with this as well, because it's just it's a kind of self-imposed or applied pressure. I understand it, but I didn't want to start and then, as I've done with many things, I didn't want to just lose steam and then just stop and then not be able to pick it up until I wanted to. If I wanted to do it, I wanted to be able to be sure I could do it in a one run. But that also meant having to do a lot of the just sitting down and finding the time to just sit down and do episode 7 discussion here and then episode 8 discussion there. I can do it between my in my lunch hour there, so that kind of calculation was in my mind all the time. So um I want to say a huge thank you then to everyone who was so supportive of that endeavor and who continue to be supportive of that endeavor. A special shout out also to Seth Walsh. I mentioned him before, but I'll say again, he was very, very, very instrumental in giving me that push that I needed to complete first run of discussions. So I want to say thank you so much to Seth, our dear friend Seth Walsh. I will say too that yes, we will be talking about Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. We will be talking about the missing pieces. We will be talking about the return, each with its own video discussion. The return, part 1 discussion, part 2 discussion. That's gonna remain the same. Just give me a little bit of time between the end of season 2 and then also the start of the Fire Walk with Me discussion. So it'll be up next week. And let me say there's more than one Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me video. I need to divide it up because there's too much to be able to pack into one video discussion. So um I've divided it up. So just to give you a heads up, so that will be coming up next week, and then after that we'll talk about the missing pieces, a little bit of time, and then the missing pieces. So it'll be something like October was the month of Twin Peaks season 1, season 2. We can focus November more on the missing pieces, Fire Walk with Me, and also we can begin to start on discussions of the return, the parts of the return, which will then lead us into December. So we can have the rest of the year, because it's almost November, November, December. The rest of the year will be Twin Peaks, loveliness. So if you're interested, please won't you join me for the ride? I look forward to seeing you there, my dear friends. Um, um, one of my yes, let me say, right, because to borrow a phrase from one of our dear characters that may occur later. Again, I want to be as ambiguous as possible for those who have not yet seen the return, etc. But I am witness to the fact that you all have hearts of gold. So anyway, yes, I looking forward to it very much. I love that show. And as you've seen, I have in no way, I'm totally out of my depth when it comes to trying to talk about that show. I don't know a tenth. I don't know even a 100th. I don't know even 0.00000000001% of what the great Twin Peaks experts who have been so kind to give their attention to me on this channel that they know. I don't know. I don't know as much about the world as they do. But so I'm so appreciative of all the things that I can learn. Very much indeed. So thank you. So Finn, I'm sorry. I was thank you so much for that. Your comment really makes me very happy. So also before I forget, I should say too that tomorrow we are all set for the Superman live stream film discussion series ongoing. Now it's going to be tomorrow, Sunday, 7 a.m. Tokyo time, October 30th. Superman 3. So I don't know, Superman 3, maybe it's not so I mean I hope we can get a good audience number. Maybe it might be not so big, I'm not sure. But I want to champion that film Superman 3 so much. I really, really want to champion that film for reasons that I will try to articulate tomorrow during the live stream. I love, love, love that film. I know it's quirky. I know it's kind of, huh? And there are a lot of things that are very, I think, idiosyncratic about it. And that's its charm. That's one of its charm. And it is so, so heartfelt, so emotional. And uh, Gus Gorman. Ah, what are the great, great characters. Gus Gorman. Gus Gorman. That name, Gus Gorman, has so much like importance for me growing up. It's one of the first movie character names that I can think that that I remember because the film was released in the early 80s. It was the sweet spot. It was a sweet spot for me. There's this thing I think in child psychology where kids when they're from a certain age, I think, in their infancy years or toddler years or something. I forget the ages, but I think there's a theory wherein the types of external stimuli and like movies or music or things like that that a child during a certain age range in one's infancy is exposed to will have a direct bearing on that person's, say, upbringing or maybe mental outlook or prospect going forward as that person matures into late childhood years, early teen years, and then into early adult, and then mid, and then a fully mature adulthood. Excuse me. So, if that theory is true, then perhaps I can say that uh, I was able then, I understand it, to have been able to watch Superman 3 during such a key period of my early childhood years. In which case, then Superman 3 has therefore such a huge impact on my life even now, such that when I remember or recall the name Gus Gorman, something, I don't know, I don't know. It makes me. I don't want to walk. I want to fly. I just want to I just feel so happy. And when I'm in one of those elevators, and I'll talk about it in this live stream, but just there's a scene of Gus Gorman in the elevator, and he says, "Ross the boss, Ross the boss, the boss." So that scene, whenever I'm in an elevator by myself, and it's a sort of a long flight, because of the floor height, uh, sometimes I'll be whispering to myself, Ross the boss, Ross the boss. I'll just be doing that because, right, even now when I'm, late 30s, early 40s or something, even now when I'm in an elevator by myself, Ross the boss, Ross, because of Superman 3. So I love that film. I love that film so much. I'll try, and I know it has its detractors. I know it might not be the most critically acclaimed Superman film ever. And I totally get that, but I'll try to make the case as strongly as I can for why I really love this film, Superman 3. Um, Big fan of Robert Vaughn. Oh gosh, he's so great in this film. I Want Coffee. Yes. Oh gosh. Um, and Annie Ross. Are there any Annie Ross fans there? Ah, my goodness, I love Annie Ross. I have a number of her records on CD, and just oh gosh, Annie Ross is so cool, so cool. But right, of course, famous musician, famous singer, the world over, of course. But I didn't know Annie Ross, the singer, and the artist. I knew Annie Ross as Vera Webster in Superman 3. So I thought, this is Annie Ross, and this is Annie Ross's Vera Webster. And I'd never known Annie Ross in any other capacity for the longest time, until a little bit later in my life when I was able to discover the great world that is the music of Annie Ross. Wow, wow, what a thunderbolt. That moment when I put two and two together. This brilliant, beautiful singer is also Vera Webster. Wow. And that moment in my life is also something that I will never forget. It was amazing because if you know Superman 3 and you know the character of Vera Webster, there's so much happening with that character, and I don't want to get into too much of it right now, but it is so phenomenal. It's so phenomenal to the point that uh, I I will say that um, again, without spoiling too much, there is a moment in Superman 3 that is, to this day, perhaps it could be the most frightening, unforgettable moment of my uh, viewing experience, such that, there are moments that you watch as a kid you just cannot ever forget, ever. And if I had to list them up, there's a moment in Superman 3 where, yes, it's probably the top of that list for me in terms of wow, what a moment. And for those who know Superman 3, I think you know what I'm talking about. Even now, and I rewatched the film Superman 3 again last night before going to sleep. But I was when I came up to that moment in the film, I was just I still get chills because I'm so traumatized from that. It's in a brilliant way, and I'll try to explain that too. So again, Superman 3 film discussion will take place in a live stream format on this channel tomorrow. So that's Sunday, 7 a.m. Tokyo time, October 30th. I know it's in the Halloween maybe celebratory hours, so if you can't make it, that's totally okay. It'll be uploaded as a video later. But I hope if you're interested, please, of course, join me. I'm looking forward to it immensely. And then, of course, after that, we will set up the schedule for the remaining discussions. We will have two more discussions after this, which will be one discussion on Supergirl, and then another discussion on Superman for the Quest for Peace. I don't know if we will continue the discussions after that. There's so many great Superman stories out there. Don't get me wrong, but I do want to focus at least on this run of Superman films, including Supergirl, Helen Slater, which I loved. I saw that in the theater too, so I will I Supergirl is another film that I hold very dearly in my heart. Um, I look forward to that discussion as well. And then after that, I'm still thinking what might be the next series of live stream discussions we can have on this channel. But we shall see. We shall see. But anyway, those are the upcoming plans. But before we go, I'm so sorry. I'm totally uh, monopolizing the conversation here. So let me remedy that by going to the live chat. Jared is here. Hello, it's nice to see you. Thanks, Jared. You've left so many great comments. I know. I'm so sorry I haven't responded. I've been a little bit busy of late. I hope you can forgive me, but thank you. Um, you're gonna see a creature from the excuse me. You're going to see Creature from the Black Lagoon and the Phantom of the Opera. Wow! And you saw the from last year, the Invisible Man and the Wolf Man double feature. Wow, that's so cool. I hope you enjoy that. Let me know what that's like, my dear friend. That's so cool. Oh, the Count Yorga set. Right. Al from Late Night Double Feature Picture Show mentions it. Cool. Very cool. Marzan mentions What Lies Beneath. Ooh, very interesting. Ken of the Legion, it's nice to see you. You say, I had no idea that Watership Down was in the Criterion Collection. Oh, yes. Yes, thank you for noticing. You'd be surprised, too. Like, the Criterion Collection, there are so many surprises in that. It's really quite striking. Very, very striking indeed. So, yeah, that's one. So thank you so much for that. Yes, what a film. I also I was a big I read the book so many times as that was one of the early I mean from a kid's perspective as well. From my perspective, it was a big book. So I was that was one of the early books that I read as a kid many times. That was around the time I wasn't quite ready for Lord of the Rings, but I was just dabbling in, say, some of the quote unquote shorter Stephen King works and in Watership Down. Oh, I love that. It was great. It had its own thesaurus, and it was great. Not thesaurus, but it had its own glossary. Oh, it's great. I wish I had my copy. My copy's nowhere to be found anymore, unfortunately. I love that. Um, I should reread that book. I haven't read that book back in a long time. Thank you so much, my dear friend. Thank you. Mm, let's see here. Sorry, I'm late here. Matthew says, you're gonna your Halloween weekend viewing party tomorrow. Oh, have a good time with your party. You're gonna watch Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, Slaughter High, and Jigoku. All from your wow, that's so cool. That is so cool. Slaughter High too. Yes, well done. Well, Slaughter High. And Jigoku, thank you so much for watching. That's such a great. That's so kind of creepy, and it's very. It almost has echoes of Grand Guignol. Of course, it's a Japanese work. It's very inventive. Very. It has this really cool, and I mean this positively. It has this very cool, almost theatricality about it that adds, I think, to the sense of the ambiance. You can actually feel the air when you watch the film, you know what I mean? It has that you can feel the dust in the air, and that it's so important for the feel of that because it's so visceral. Oh, great! I hope, and of course, Halloween 3. I'm on record talking about my love for Halloween 3. I love that film. I love that film. Um, right. Tom Atkins, right? Oh gosh, he's a player. Wow, gosh, what a great character he plays. Oh, so fantastic. But anyway, um, let's see. Oh, horrible show. Our dear friend, horrible show. Yes, horrible show with the. He's also moderating the live chat here. Thank you so much. Another great channel, horrible show. Tanner. Ah, I love it. Love. Horrible show. So cool. I love the formatted. You know the. I ha- what is it? Um, Halloween Ends discussion. I know Halloween Ends. There was like the period over there. I think it's still going where like there was everywhere you went on YouTube with sort of the movie channels. It was like Halloween Ends, Halloween Ends. There's so much Halloween Ends stuff there because of the release. And I think there's a lot to say about that film. I have yet to see it, but I think I kind of got a sense of what's going on with Halloween Ends. So maybe some of the things that would have been surprises, I think, have been spoiled from it. That's okay. That's no one's fault, but that's totally on me. But I don't mind that. But yes, check out Horrible Show's great videos, including I think a discussion or maybe a little bit of a uh, a discussion, shall we say, and also a nice feedback and back and forth about Halloween Ends, as well as other great movies as well. Tis the season, of course. After all, tis the season. Um, well done, Horrible Show, Tanner, my dear friend. All right. All right, so scrolling down. DIY Craft Q again with a super chat. I know you did this before on a previous live stream, but you're doing this again, my dear friend. Wow. DIY Craft Q, thank you so much. You are so kind. Um, I I feel like I should what gosh, I don't know how I can repay the favor. I really don't know how, but thank you so much. You let me know if there's any way I can repay you. And I'll see what I can do. You can, if you want to speak to me privately, you can always reach out to me by Instagram Messenger if you're interested. Daisuke Beppu 4. Thank you so much, DI. It's very kind. Oh, and thank you very much for the kind messages about our family's loss. Thank you. A late night double feature picture show, DIY Craft Q, horrible show. Chris, Mohan, Finn, Scott. Oh, Scott. Oh, it's nice to hear from you, Scott. And thank you very much for those messages. Yeah, I know. Yes. We've spoken about that thing. You know what I mean? That's so cool. That's so cool. Thank you. Henry and Trooper Film Productions is here. Hello, Matthew Lockwood. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh gosh. Yeah, sorry to hear about the passing of your dog family member. During my parents' divorce several years ago, our family golden retriever died of cancer. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, my dear friend. Oh, gosh. I left my then job for a few days to mourn in peace. Oh, gosh, Matthew, thank you. Thank you for sharing that very important and very very deeply personal and part of yourself with us. I'm very honored that you'd be willing to share that, and um, thank you very much for extending your kindness to me. During this time, and also to many others, thank you so much for that, Scott. Yes, Rainbow Bridge. As your comment was so lovely. Thank you. Henry and Trooper Film Production, thank you for your lovely, lovely message. Thank you. Um, Late night double feature picture show. I have War of the Planets on Pluto as I'm watching Daisuke Wax Poetic. It's a Good Friday. Oh, you're very kind. Cheat Evulan. Oh, it's nice to see you. I love your comments. Cheat. I was just checking out some of those comments on some of the other videos. I haven't responded, but I've read them. Ooh, ooh, well done. Well done. Tyke is here. Hello. You say, love you, Daisuke. Love you right back, Tyke. Truly, truly do. And yes, Scott Johansson, this is what I was talking about, and you mentioned it here. Dawn of the Dead. Who's going to see Dawn of the Dead in the movie theater but our dear friend Scott? Oh, you've got to tell me what that's like. There's no hurry. You can, to have, but in your own good time, of course, my dear friend. But let me know what that's like. I gotta know. I have never seen Dawn of the Dead in the theater ever, and I know it's what is it, the 3D? I think it's so. Um, wow, wow. Uh, uh, yeah. I am. Uh, Gosh, I think one of the maybe I have because of recent events, maybe I'm thinking about death and what lies beyond and my own maybe mortality. And one of the things too is I'm what music would I like to have played at my funeral? And there are a number of pieces of music I think I would like to request be played at my funeral. One piece of music is the gonk. I must insist on to my heirs or something, you must play the gonk. Or actually, maybe, let me even make that even more emphatic. If I'm ever hospitalized, I must insist that, I thank everyone for helping me get into the hospital. I thank everyone for helping me with the doctors and nurses and everything, hopefully getting better. Maybe I'm failing in my health quite rapidly. But during those final moments, somewhere, it could be the last dying breath, maybe a little bit before, it doesn't matter to me, but during those final moments, I need to hear the gonk at least once, in full, right before I die. That's how important Dawn of the Dead is for me. And so to hear you, Scott, speak about going to that, that's cool. And also, horrible show. I remember Tanner, if you're still there, I still remember the comment that you made about Monroeville Mall, and you said something about, oh, I said something about how I wanted to go visit Monroeville Mall. I've never visited before, and you said, oh, I'll play one of your videos there, so you'll be there in spirit. Horrible. Oh, that was that. I read that. I was just like, that made me so happy. So Monroeville Mall, just to go to the parking lot of Monroe. I don't even have to go inside. If it's closed, that's fine. I just have to go to the parking lot. Just go into the parking lot. Just I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. I guess I'd get arrested, I suppose, but I maybe just uh, uh, take off my clothes and just wear a bathing suit and walk around and try to like walk and run my belly into the glass door or something. For some of you who know Dawn of the Dead, in fact, Tom Savini, if you know from the making of documentaries, and he actually uh, 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 applauds and celebrates that particular zombie in one of his interviews that's included in the guy in the bathing suit. So he said, "Oh, that guy in the bathing suit." So, oh, that guy in the bathing suit. Oh. I love Tom Savini, by the way. Oh, I thought, how do we have the shot here and then go here? It's a magic trick. It's magic. Put here, and then you got the screwdriver, oh, and then the machete, oh, and here. And I thought, oh, George wants me to throw myself off of a motorcycle into a whole box of boxes on the floor below. And I thought, oh, I could probably break my neck. I could probably die. But so that's the Tom Savini. Yes. So great, great. And I said, oh, and George called me one day. Oh, we're gonna do Donna then. Oh, it's a new gig. Oh, great. And they had the cake makeup. And it's just time to think of ways, creative ways to kill zombies. So that's great. Anyway, yes. So Tom Savini. Let's see. Where was I? Where was I? I lost myself. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. This is so rude of me. I lost my place in the live chat. My apologies. I have to go in about 10 or 15 minutes, by the way. So let's now forget me. Let me go straight to the chat here. Rob, okay, Rob Kramer's here. Thank you. Sorry for your loss, as you say. So thank you, Rob. That's very, very kind. Cheese asks who died. My pet, my dear dog, Koharu, 12 years old, passed away earlier this week after trying to fight a very deadly illness. So she fought the good fight very, very valiantly. Oh, Seamus, oh, so nice to see you. I hope you're well. Great, great. Zaid C, it's nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you say, yes, there is something truly special about sharing a film with a pet. Oh, you have spoken music to me. Such lovely, soothing, and very peaceful music. So thank you very much, Zaid C. Thank you. Let's see. Um, uh, Cheese says, I never watched Twin Peaks, so tempted to do so. Ooh, yes, yes. Uh, gosh. Oh, horrible show! You saw Dawn of the Dead in the theater today. Ooh. Oh God, did you talk about it on your channel yet? Horrible show. Oh gosh. Oh. This is exactly why I do these live streams, is because the this is the bolt of energy that I need. This is like my, I don't know, like my Red Bull. This is the stuff that I need to give me some extra pep. All of my pep today. Oh, this is so cool. Wow. Amazing. All right. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, I'm just scrolling down here. I apologize. Um All right. So Finn, yes, you got that Blu-ray set of Twin Peaks. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. I'm sure you've heard of it already, but start with season one. Don't start with Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. Start with season one and then season two. So go with has the order of broadcast or the order of release. So start with season one. So that's the way to go. So I think that's the order of it, how it shows up in that set you have. So it's the one with like there's Kyle MacLachlan on the front, and it's like those cases. It's the plastic case where you open it up, and it's got all these little trays, right? Like they stack the discs one on top of the other. Something like, is that it? So I have that too, actually. So I have that. I have the box, the Z to A box. I have the VHS set from Japan. I have the Laserdisc set from Japan. I have older DVD releases. Oh my goodness! So, um, twin it's my there's a place in my room that's very Twin Peaksy. So I totally get that. Well done, well done. All right, and let me know anytime you want to talk about that. All right, let's see. Sorry about this. Scrolling down, let's see. Oh, Seamus, thank you so much. You mentioned you talk about the Twin Peaks videos that I did. Thank you so much. Thank you. She's asking about Halloween. Anyone Halloween plans? Let's see. Scrolling down here. Punk Nerd is here. Punk Nerd, hello. You say, it's been a while since I saw your stuff. College has been holding me. Oh, college, of course. No, college studies and your activities and your life and college, very important to you. That is your priority. Please hold that. But you make time to stop by today. I'm very, very honored, my dear friend. Thank you. You say, I hope to rewatch Studio 666 and the Scream trilogy this weekend. Oh, please enjoy. Please enjoy. I saw not all the Scream films, but I saw Scream and for instance, I saw Scream in the theater. Wow, that was quite an enjoyable experience indeed. So strolling down here, 62 Lefty Blues is here. Hello, it's nice to see you. Let's see, scrolling down. Rob Kramer says Office Space used the same banking scheme from Superman 3. Very good. Very good. Fallen X100 is here. Hello, it's nice to see you. You talk about the Pink film, Aga. Oh, very interesting. Oh, well done. Um, you're part of the Discord server for a YouTube channel learning about movies with Dr. Professor Matthews. Oh, well done. Well done. I hope you enjoy it. It's always nice to hear from you, my dear friend. Thank you. Thank you. And applying these concepts to Japanese anime, such as Naruto, which I love. I hope that this made you enjoy reading this daisuke. It did. I always enjoy your comments following X100, including this one. Thank you. Thank you so much. Scott says, I always like Superman 3 and 4, The Quest for Peace, and also loved Superman Returns. Chi says, currently my interest in the Hellraiser franchise has been revived. I haven't seen the new Hellraiser film, by the way. I'm a big fan. I should say, I hold Hellraiser and Hellbound Hellraiser 2 in such high regard. And then it kind of is up in the air for me from about Hell on Earth onwards. About. It's but I will go down to my last breath defending Hellraiser and Hellbound Hellraiser 2. I think those are magnificent works. And I haven't seen the latest one. Oh, Jovial Josh. Oh, gosh. It's always nice to see you. And with the Argento. Okay, so here. Your Argento ranking so far is, I'll go in reverse order here. Number 9, Inferno. Number 8, Sleepless. Number 7, Dark Glasses. Ooh, so it's number 7 here. Number 6, The Card Player. Ooh, I like. Number 5, Dracula. Ooh, I love that. Number 4, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. Number did I get it wrong? Sorry. Let's see. 9, Inferno. 8, Sleepless. 7, Dark Glasses. 6, The Card Player. 5, Dracula. 4, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. 3, Phenomena. 2, Deep Red. 1 Phenomena. So Phenomena is 3 and Phenomena is 1. So it's that good. Huh? It's that good. So Phenomena is doubly good. Totally get that. That's awesome. Absolutely awesome, my dear friend. Well done. To have Phenomena at the top there is great. I'm so pleased. Dark Glasses is that high, so that makes me very excited to see. I haven't seen it yet. And Dracula, I have a fondness in my heart for Dracula, as I tried to express in that video discussion series on Dario Argento works. So well done. And the Card Player too. The Card Player, I think, has. I'm beginning to come around on it very strongly now. I see it as a very. It has a lot of quite shocking moments that are done really, really well, and it serves the plot so well. So well done for that. Well done for that indeed. Let's see. And you say Inferno was very difficult for me. It felt like nothing went anywhere, and there was no story or characters to keep my interest. I definitely owe it every watch. So I can understand this. I can totally understand that approach. Yes, but if you do end up rewatching it, please let me know how you feel. Even if you still feel the same, that's totally fine. Totally fine. Let me know. I'd love to hear about that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm scrolling down. I'm just I'm very pressed for time. Um, let's see. Pain Raven is here. Hello. It's nice to see you. And you had the great opportunity to watch the original Suspiria in the theater with a live score by Goblin themselves. Ah, that is so awesome. Did they do the opening to the size theme? You know, the boom. Oh, that's so cool. Did they do that thing too? And right in the mic, like, three witches, and the thing I'm talking about. Oh, that's so cool. Well, you gotta let me know how that was. All right, I have to go in about a couple minutes, or I can't. I'd love to stay and chat about that, but if it's okay, you can leave a comment somewhere and let me know. Oh, cool, so cool. All right. Oh, Jovial Josh, I'm sorry. You said you meant to put Suspiria at number 3. Okay, understood. Totally understood. Thank you. So Suspiria at number 3, Deep Red number 2, and what was it? Phenomena at number 1. Well done. Well done. Yes. I will listen. I have to go in a moment, but as I walk, I will listen to the soundtrack of Phenomena in honor of Jovial Josh today. So thank you so much. Oh, Matthew Lockwood. Oh, with the super chat here. Huh. Wow. Just because You have helped me through the many dark and unpredictable times of my life during the past 5 years or so. As a fellow cinephile, I can't thank you enough. Well, gosh, Matthew, this is so lovely. And I know you have been very kind and supportive of me and this channel in the past. And today you continue to do so with this lovely gesture as well as your kind comments. And as I say, it is totally, totally, 100% my pleasure to be able to say, and my great honor to say, I know Matthew Lockwood. I can say that Matthew Lockwood considers me his friend. That is something that I hold in such high regard. I'm very, very proud to be able to say that, Matthew. So believe me, the honor is all mine. It is all on my side, my dear friend. Thank you. Late Night asks, will a Zatoichi series ever occur? Oh, that's a good question. That's a very good question. Perhaps. Scrolling down here, sorry. Christian is here. Hello. Isn't Casablanca getting a Criterion release next? So I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's getting a release that's not a Criterion release. But it'd be great if it happened. It was, Casablanca, as you may know, was once upon a time a Criterion Laserdisc release. So it was in the collection once upon a time. Oh, Matt Travers, hello, you say, just watched Ayamofe and Death by Hanging for the first time. Oh, great, great. That's so wonderful. Ayamofe was a work that I saw for the first time upon the Criterion release. So it's great, isn't it? Oh, gosh, this is my desire, yes. Let's see. So scrolling down here again, I'm so sorry about this. I have to go in about a minute or so. Matt Flaherty is here. Hello, it's nice to see you. You have never seen Dawn of the Dead. If you like horror movies, if that's okay, you've got to go see it. Oh, you've got to go see that film, Dawn of the Dead. Oh, gee, my dear friend, the revamped Halloween movies are crap. Sorry. I think Halloween 3 is crap too. No need to apologize, my dear friend. No offense taken. There's no reason to have to apologize for not liking a movie. You can say Halloween 3 is crap, and I'm still so happy to hear that, my dear friend Sheep. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep those comments coming, my dear friend. Ed1 RKO17. Oh, thank you so much. It's nice to see you speaking about Halloween Ends. Yes, so I kind of know where that film is going, and I've heard about it, but I look forward to see it when I'm able to. Yahir is here. It's nice to see you. Let's see. Let's scroll down. Eric Peepers here. Hello. I'm so sorry. So sorry about this. Um, let's see. So sorry. Oh, Seth Walsh is here. It's nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, 5 bags of popcorn is here. Thank you. So sorry. I'm skipping over so many great comments. I apologize again. I'm pressed for time. I wish I should have started this earlier. I apologize. Oh, Steve, and say hello to Buck for me. Ethan Go 998. It's nice to see you. You say first time catching one of these lives and commenting, but just want to say I'm a big fan and keep up the great work. Ethan Go 998. This is such a lovely comment. Thank you. Inframagine is here. Planet of the Vampire Scanners, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein. The Bride of Frankenstein. Oh, gosh. That's right. That's right. Right. Um, right. Friend? Right. Oh, yes. Anyway, so sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's see. The Duke of Funk. Yes, hello. You say I love Hellraiser 1, 2, 3. Hell 3 is a bit goofy. I love Anthony Hickox. Yes, Whackworks so much. Yes, that's right. Here's my right. Shall we begin? Ah ha 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 ha. So that's my little. I guess now he's called Pinhead, right? In Hellraiser 3. I really should reevaluate that one. There's a lot of right. I had the comic book, Hellraiser 3 comic book, and I was just devouring that before I saw the film, in fact. So very cool indeed. So Anwar Kasi is here. Hello from Amsterdam. And you say, oh gosh, prayers from the Stolen and the Grandmaster. Saw AMOFE months ago and loved that as well. Well done. Chi says, I have such sights to show you. Yes, I can't do the Doug Bradley voice for the life of me, but We have such sights to show you. That's how he does it, right? And um, I love when he says too is um, right when he says talks to Kirsty there, and he says in Hellraiser he says um, uh, uh, and suppose he had escaped us. What has that to do with you? And Kirsty's, I can the Legion. You can take him back and send it. And then you have the other Cenobite. Perhaps we prefer you. And then you have lead Cenobite. Who is, I want to hear him confess himself. Then maybe, maybe. And then the other said, but if you cheat, and then that big line, we'll tear your soul apart. Right. So, anyway, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yes. Explores in the further regions of experience, demons to some, angels to others. Right. I can't do Doug Bradley for the life of me. Um, yeah. You solved the box. We came. Now you must come with us. Taste our pleasures. Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering. I had that recorded on tape, cassette tape, when I first saw it on VHS, and I listened to that dialogue over and over and over again. Wow, it was amazing. But oh, Adrian, Greg, thank you so much. You say you're a very kind man, and I appreciate your presence here. Wonderful videos. You are so kind. The kindness is not on my side. The kindness is all on the side of you and others here. I am merely the recipient of it, and you, totally undeserving recipient, I might say. I'm totally not deserving of it because I'm not a good person, but I'm so grateful. So grateful for your kind attention to this. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're very kind. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, Jovial Josh asks a personal question. What is your job? So yes, you can. That's fine. I'm actually I have to go now, so could maybe convenient. I'm not going to answer that. But if you want to ask me what my job is, you can always ask me at the next one, and I'd be very happy to let you know what I do. Nothing special. It's totally non-film related. So hold that thought, Jovial Josh, and we can talk about. Oh gosh, and we were there. We were almost there before we ended up with these really. Oh gosh, I hate. Can someone get rid of these last comments here? These spam comments. I really hate these. Is someone able to? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So, Jovial Josh, I will remember that question. I will let you know if you're still interested, of course. But it's very boring, very non-film related. It's actually not. I wish it were film related, but I can let you know. It's just maybe you can remember that and ask it next time, or you can leave me in a comment, or you can reach out to me on Instagram privately. Daisuke4. I try my best to respond to private messages as well. So, all right. So I'm gonna go. Oh, Scott, you said what I was about to say. I'm gonna go make espresso. So that's so cool, right? Well, we're on the same wavelength. That's so cool. All right. Is your breakfast waiting for you again? Maybe. All right. Show great. There we go. 5 bags of popcorn. There we go. Fantastic, my dear friends, and thank you. And we will be in touch very shortly. If not, Superman 3 live stream is again tomorrow, 7 a.m. So around the same time like today. See you there, my dear friends. Have a great one. Have a really great one. Happy Halloween. Right, as the Simpsons, right? If you know the Simpsons, anyone is a Simpsons fan, one of the Simpsons episodes was Happy Halloween, everybody. So I'll end with the way the Simpsons did it in one of those Halloween Treehouse of Horror episodes. So, Happy Halloween, everybody. Ooh, ooh. So that was how the Simpsons, and right, for anyone who knows Treehouse of Horrors, you know what I'm talking about. If not, I'm so sorry. So sorry. It's kind of a random way to end, I know. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, my dear friends. And happy Halloween, everybody. Ooh, ooh. Thank you, Rob. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Amorakasi. I think, Rob, you got it. So thank you. Cheers. Talk to you again. Have a great rest of the day. Happy Halloween, my dear friends. Thank you. We have such sights to